Now onto the main topic of today's discussion. If you've been paying attention to global financial trends, you may have noticed that Iraq's economic reforms are gradually unfolding. While some people might see the progress as slow or delayed, I see it differently. There are truly amazing advancements happening, not just in Iraq's monetary reform, but also in the broader geopolitical structure of the Middle East. These shifts are crucial as they influence Iraq's financial future. Every day, every week, we see progress in areas such as security and stability, which are the bedrock for any financial system to thrive. It's like a light pushing through darkness. Security and stability represent that light, while the old political structures, like Malachi's framework, represent the darkness. But slowly, light is overcoming darkness in Iraq, and this shift is not just happening in the political realm, it's influencing the economy as well. So with all this progress happening, have you ever wondered how digital currency could reshape economies, especially in a country like Iraq, where trust in the financial system has been shaky for years? Digital currency isn't just a trend, it's a significant shift in how money will work globally. But for Iraq, there's a huge challenge: trust. Trust in the financial system and trust in new technologies. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today: the crisis of confidence surrounding digital currency in Iraq. First, let's break down what digital currency actually is. Simply put, digital currency is money that exists only in digital form. It doesn't have a physical counterpart like paper bills or coins. Instead, it relies on technology for all transactions. Now, why is this important for Iraq? Well, Iraq has faced several economic challenges over the years: hyperinflation, conflict, and unstable systems. There's a dire need for a financial system that can provide stability and trust. But here's where the problem lies. The people of Iraq are hesitant to embrace digital currency. And this hesitation isn't just about unfamiliar technology. It's rooted in Iraq's long history of economic instability. For many Iraqis, their financial experiences have been marked by crises, devaluation of the currency, and financial systems that simply haven't worked. The idea of trusting a new digital system when the old one has caused so many problems is a difficult pill to swallow. I recently had a conversation with someone from the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, and she shared with me an interesting project that the bank is working on: the plan to delete zeros from the currency. But what exactly does that mean? Essentially, it's a strategy to reduce the face value of the currency, which is aimed at addressing inflation. While the project has been on the table for a while, it has a critical step that needs to happen first: rate revaluation. Without this revaluation, the project cannot move forward. Let's take a moment to understand rate revaluation and what it involves. Essentially, a rate revaluation is about increasing the value of the Iraqi dinar. If the dinar's value rises, it can help restore confidence in the currency and the broader economy. This is crucial because for Iraq to have any chance of moving toward a digital dinar, the public needs to feel that the currency is stable and trustworthy. Now, people are waiting for this revaluation to stabilize the economy, but there's a growing skepticism surrounding digital currency. How can Iraqis trust a new financial system when the old one has failed them for so long? It's a valid question. But what if digital currency could offer solutions? Digital currency has the potential to make transactions easier, faster, and more secure. It could simplify cross-border transactions, reduce costs, and even enhance financial inclusion. But again, there's that critical element: trust. Let's imagine for a moment a future where Iraq has a digital dinar. In this scenario, people could send money to their families without high transaction fees. Businesses could access capital more easily, enabling them to grow and expand. The economy could benefit from more efficient, transparent financial systems. It's an exciting prospect, but the reality is that digital currency won't take off if the people don't trust the underlying financial system. Without trust, digital currency is just another technological solution with no foundation to build on. So, what needs to happen to rebuild trust? One of the most important steps is education. People need to understand how digital currency works, why it's beneficial, and how it can improve their financial lives. Both the government and the Central Bank of Iraq have an essential role to play here. They need to provide clear, transparent information about digital currency and its role in the economy. Engaging directly with the public, hosting community events or webinars, and addressing concerns will go a long way in demystifying the process. At the same time, Iraq will need to build a strong regulatory framework for digital currency. This means clear laws and guidelines that govern digital transactions. People need to feel that their investments and personal data are secure, and that's where solid regulation comes in. Moreover, Iraq will need to invest in the right technology to support digital currency. Secure servers, robust cybersecurity, and data protection systems are all necessary to create a reliable digital currency infrastructure. So what's the next step? According to the Central Bank of Iraq, the immediate focus is to implement the project to delete zeros from the currency. Once that is successfully underway, discussions around digital currency can intensify. The important thing to keep in mind is that everything comes back to confidence. If the Iraqi dinar is successfully revalued, it will create a much stronger foundation for digital currency adoption in the future. It's important to understand that this step-by-step approach is a long-term process, and it may take time. But with patience and persistence, this transition could lay the groundwork for a more secure and stable Iraqi economy. As we talk about these developments, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Iraq's potential move toward digital currency? Do you believe that the Central Bank of Iraq can successfully rebuild public trust in the financial system? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your input is incredibly valuable. Now let's dive deeper into the concept of deleting zeros. While many people think it simply means removing zeros from the currency, it's actually more complex than that. This process involves exchanging higher denominations of currency for smaller ones. It's very similar to what Iraq experienced back in the days of the Saddam-era dinar, when the government had to swap out old notes for new ones with lower denominations. We're in a similar situation today. Inflation has caused the Iraqi dinar to lose its value, leading to an increase in zeros on the bills. But when we talk about deleting zeros, we're actually referring to a strategy that's aimed at simplifying the currency and stabilizing the economy. Why did the Iraqi economy get to this point, where zeros were added to the dinar in the first place? Well, after years of conflict and economic instability, Iraq faced a multitude of challenges. One of the most pressing was hyperinflation. The easiest solution at the time seemed to be printing more money in higher denominations, but this only made the problem worse. The more zeros added, the less valuable the dinar became. Now, when we talk about deleting zeros, we're not talking about eliminating value altogether. Instead, we're talking about regaining control over the currency and restoring economic stability. For instance, think about a $100 bill versus a $1,000 bill. Which one feels more valuable? Typically, smaller amounts are easier to grasp, and the same principle applies here. By revaluing the currency and simplifying the denominations, Iraq hopes to restore confidence in the dinar. So what can we expect from this transition? Typically, when a currency is revalued or converted, financial institutions will issue guidelines and timelines to help people navigate the process. Banks may facilitate the exchange, so people can swap out their old, higher denomination notes for the new ones. It may sound strange at first, but the goal is to simplify daily transactions and make the currency more manageable. Some people may worry that deleting zeros means the dinar will suddenly lose value, what's known as a lop. However, that's not the case here. The goal isn't to devalue the currency, but to restore its strength gradually. Economists believe this is a necessary step for Iraq's economic recovery. In the end, clear communication from the Central Bank of Iraq and the government will be essential. They need to educate the public, answer questions, and provide transparency about how the new currency will work. What can you do in the meantime? Stay informed by following trusted news sources. Engage in discussions to hear different perspectives, and feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments. We want to know what you think about the potential effects of deleting zeros on Iraq's economy. In conclusion, digital currency and currency reforms in Iraq face a challenging road ahead, but they also hold tremendous potential. The most critical factor in this journey is trust. Trust in the financial system, trust in the government, and trust in new technologies. The revaluation of the dinar is a crucial step in this process, and though the future may seem uncertain, there is real hope that Iraq can rebuild its economy and create a more stable financial future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into evolving financial landscapes. Thank you for joining me today, and let's continue this conversation in the comments below.